Imagine this. It's a chilly November night in central London. You've got cameras flashing everywhere, a huge crowd is buzzing, all just waiting for this one big reveal.
And it wasn't just another movie premiere. This was something different, something permanent.
But the real story, the one that got everyone talking, didn't even happen on that stage. It happened on a phone screen with just one single word from one of Hollywood's most private stars.
A word that broke his silence.
Welcome to Starscope Report.
Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals.
From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And today we are diving deep into that one word. Iconic. That's what Anstead called his girlfriend, Renée Zellweger.
And we're going to use that one little post as a window into, well, everything. Their super private relationship, her incredible career, and what this all means for her next big move.
We've got it all, from the statue in London to some very mysterious band-aids on the red carpet.
It's a fascinating look at fame and privacy, so let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with our first big headline. The Bronze Bridget. Renée Zellweger is immortalized in London.
Right, and we're not talking about like a little plaque. This was a full-on, life-size bronze statue of Bridget Jones, unveiled in Leicester Square on November 17th.
And you have to understand, Leicester Square it's the spot. It's the hub for British film.
Totally. It's where they have the Scenes in the Square collection.
Yeah, so think about who she's joining. You've got Paddington Bear, Harry Potter, even Batman.
And now, Bridget Jones, a character from a romantic comedy. I mean, that is a huge statement about her cultural impact.
It really is. It puts her on this whole other level. It's not just about box office anymore. It's about being a true cinematic icon.
And the statue itself was apparently really well done. People were impressed. It has her holding her little diary and pen.
Oh, good, because you know how badly those things can go.
No, I know. We all remember that Cristiano Ronaldo bust, right?
Exactly. So the fact that this one actually looked like her and, captured her spirit, that's a win.
It really is. And that brings us right back to Anstead. He's 46, host-born mechanic, and he's famously very, very private about his relationship with Renée.
Almost silent, which is what made his post so loud.
Exactly. He just reposted a clip from the ceremony on his Instagram stories, and the caption was one word.
Iconic.
Iconic. And he said it to this song, "It isn't perfect, but it might be," by Olivia Dean.
I think that song choice is so telling. It's perfect for Bridget Jones, too.
Totally. It's all about embracing the messiness. And maybe it's a little nod to their own relationship. It's not a typical Hollywood thing, but it works for them.
Well, when a couple is that private, any public post is a big deal. But iconic is more than just supportive. It's definitive. It's like he's stepping out for a second to say, yeah, she earned this.
And Renée's own take on it was really interesting. She called the statue adorable, but she also talked about why Bridget still connects with people.
What did she say?
She said it's her vulnerability, her humanness, that we recognize ourselves in her. We recognize ourselves in her struggles.
And that's her whole brand, isn't it? The Oscar winner who is still somehow the relatable underdog. It's brilliant.
Okay, so Anstead's public tribute was really sweet, but it just makes their whole privacy thing even more fascinating. Because later, we'll dive into the real drama that keeps fans guessing. What exactly was Renée hiding under those Band-Aids at the recent movie premiere?
Oh, I can't wait to get into that. And that's not even the wildest part of their surprisingly low-key relationship.
We'll be right back.
Okay, let's dig into the relationship itself. Our next headline, the serendipitous set. How an Oscar winner met a mechanic and why they stay private.
It really does sound like a movie plot. I mean, when they first went public back in June 2021, I think everyone was a little surprised.
Totally. It all started on the set of his show, Celebrity IOU Joyride.
And the reason she was even on the show was so heartfelt. It wasn't just a random appearance.
Right. She was there to gift these 2 refurbished cars to the nurses who cared for her late publicist, Nancy Ryder. It came from a really personal place.
And then, bam, they just clicked. And they got serious really, really fast. Renée even joked about the serendipity of it all later on.
Well, you can see why they want to protect it. They've both had relationships fall apart in the public eye.
Sources say they just want stability. They want to avoid all that pressure, especially in the, early stages, even though they're more than 3 years in now.
But here's the thing. Ant does drop these little hints, right? He'll call her the best human I have ever met.
or the misses.
Exactly. It feels really deliberate, like they're giving us just enough to keep us invested, but not enough to actually invade their privacy.
It's a very fine line to walk, but they seem to be pros at it.
Well, the proof is in the logistics, right?
Hmm?
She, a major movie star, basically moved to be near San Diego so she could be with him and his youngest son, Hudson.
Yeah, that's a huge commitment. And then we saw that commitment on full display at the Bridget Jones. Mad about the boy premiere in London.
That was a big step.
It was huge. He brought his older kids, Amelie and Archie.
And that was the first time we'd ever seen Renee pictured with them on social media. It was like they were officially debuting as a blended family.
And of course, handled it with humor. His Instagram post called her mesmerizing and smoking hot tea.
And he joked that she was his hall pass.
Right. It just shows how comfortable and secure they are. They've figured out how to merge these two completely different worlds.
Which is way harder than just staying out of the spotlight. It's impressive.
Okay, so let's shift from the romance back to the career. Our next headline. From Texas Chainsaw to Bridget Jones 4, unpacking Renée's unstoppable Hollywood run.
Unstoppable is the right word. You have to look at the numbers. The Bridget Jones franchise alone has made almost $900 million worldwide.
900 million, just let that sink in.
Yeah. When you have a number like that attached to your name, you get to call the shots. You control your own career, your own story.
And to think, she's from Texas. Her first big role was in The Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I know, with Matthew McConaughey. To go from that to becoming the face of the ultimate British singleton, it's just an incredible transformation.
Her dedication to that role was insane. She's American, but her British accent was so good, people over there actually thought she was one of them.
And she went all in. She gained 20 pounds, worked undercover in an office.
Just to get the character right. That's real commitment.
You know, if you're loving these kinds of behind-the-scenes stories, make sure you're subscribed to Starscope Report. We've got so much more to unpack.
Speaking of unpacking things, we have to talk about her public image. Because about 10 years ago, around 2014, things got pretty rough.
Yeah. The media was relentless, just speculating constantly about her appearance, about jarring surgery. It was awful.
It really highlights that impossible standard Hollywood has for women and aging. It was so bad she actually stepped away for a while.
Which is what makes her current moment feel so powerful. The whole narrative has flipped.
It really has.
Yeah.
And all the recent photos from the premiere and the statue unveiling, everyone is just saying she looks amazing, like recognizably herself again.
Right. There's this idea that maybe some of the earlier work, like Botox or whatever, has worn off or been reversed, but really it just feels like she's reclaimed her own image. She looks radiant.
She absolutely does. It feels like she's navigated all that pressure and come out the other side stronger.
She's truly iconic.
Okay, we've seen her past and where she is now, but what about the future? Coming up, we'll get into Renée's explosive new TV projects. And yes, we're finally going to talk about the mystery of those Band-Aids on the red carpet.
Let's get back to the romance one last time, because this next headline is all about the speculation that just won't die. The pink dress, the Band-Aids, and the engagement rumor that keeps haunting them.
Okay, this was just pure tabloid gold. The London premiere for the new Bridget Jones film, January 29th. Renée shows up in this incredible hot pink dress.
But nobody was looking at the dress. All eyes went straight to her hand.
Her left hand. Because she was wearing two Band-Aids wrapped really tightly around her ring finger.
I mean, you couldn't miss them. And the internet just exploded.
Instantly. Was she hiding a massive engagement ring? Did she hurt her finger? What was happening?
And the mystery just got deeper because she was still wearing them at the after party, holding hands with Aunt.
Now, let's be clear. They have said they are not engaged. That was back in July 2023.
But come on. If you're so obsessed with privacy, why would you put two giant Band-Aids on that finger? It's basically inviting everyone to speculate.
I think that's the whole point. It's this brilliant paradox. They give the public something to talk about, a little visual puzzle, without actually giving away anything real.
It's a total distraction, a defense mechanism. It keeps them in the headlines, but on their own terms.
Well, exactly. It doesn't feel like an accident. It feels like a very clever, very strategic move by a celebrity who knows exactly how to play the game.
And it works. We're still talking about it.
We are. And we're talking about huge celebrity updates like this every week, so make sure you follow and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.
Okay, so beyond all the romance drama, Renée's career is making a really interesting turn. The queen of the film franchise is now moving into high-end television.
And her upcoming roles are intense. First, she's got a guest spot in Season 5 of Only Murders in the Building.
Which is a huge get. That show is massive.
It is. But the one to really watch is her new show for Max. It's called Jane Smith, and it's based on a James Patterson novel.
And the premise is heavy. She plays a defense attorney who gets a terminal diagnosis while she's working on her toughest case ever.
Yeah, it is a world away from Bridget Jones. This is a dark, character-driven drama.
It's a huge strategic move. So many A-listers are making that jump to prestige TV, and this feels like her way of building a whole new kind of legacy for herself.
It's like she's proving she can do it all. The rom-coms, the biopics, and now this really gritty, emotional drama.
It totally fits with what she's always said she values, that humanness and vulnerability. She's just exploring it in a much darker space now.
So we started this whole deep dive with Ant's one word, iconic. And I think after all this, it's clear she's more than earned that title. She is in this incredible phase of reinvention.
Absolutely. Whether she's being immortalized in bronze in London or playing a dying attorney, the one constant is her ability to completely transform. She's gone from a small town in Texas to the face of a billion-dollar franchise.
And now this move into commanding prestige TV. It feels like the final piece of the puzzle. She's in complete control.
So, considering the massive success she's had in film, our final thought is this. What kind of new iconic benchmark will Renée set by moving into this world of high-stakes, big-budget television with roles like Camilla White and Jane Smith?
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.